Warning, the player selections you're about to see may flop miserably. FPL TV cannot be held responsible for any of your own transfer shockers. Please, FPL responsibly.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the FPL Point Predictor, the series where I predict 5 players to return 4 points or more in the upcoming Fantasy Premier League game week. Within these choices, I must include a defensive option, alongside 2 midfielders and 2 forwards, with one of each of these being below the value of 8 million. Also, I'm limited to choosing just 1 player per team. If you're enjoying the series, then please show your support for the channel by dropping a like and subscribing. Before starting the predictions for Game Week 24, let's take a very quick look back at last weekend's predictions, where I achieved a respectable 3 out of 5. Callum Wilson was perhaps the pick of the week, with the reliable Alonso and Kane also delivering points. Unfortunately, Ozil picked up an injury, and Lingard mustered up an abysmal 1 point at home to Stoke. A quick thanks to all of you that submitted your own point predictor picks via the submission form below, where just one of you from all the entries was able to select a full 5 out of 5 correct predictions. So a big congratulations goes to Brandon Peterson, who predicted Alonso, Pogba, Eriksen, J. Rodriguez and Aguero to all return points, and so they did. You've earned yourself a shout out with 5 excellent picks. To those of you that fancy yourselves at getting 5 correct predictions for Game Week 24, feel free to comment below, or for a chance of a shout out in the next video, you can officially enter your choices using the submission form in the description. So let's move swiftly on now to Game Week 24's point predictor picks. For this week's defensive option, I've selected Otamendi. United's Phil Jones and David De Gea came in at a close second, but on paper, Otamendi just seems a very safe choice this week. To be fair, he's been an excellent option throughout the entire season, not just defensively, but producing attacking returns as well. With a home game against Newcastle this week, you'd have to fancy Man City to pass them off the park, and therefore not allow Newcastle to cause them many problems. On the contrary, John Stones has looked a little shaky since returning from injury, so I do have a small inkling that Man City could let me down. I just feel a tad safer selecting the blue side of Manchester this week, simply because they're playing at home. For the budget midfielder under 8 million, I've selected Marko Arnautovic. West Ham are on the up at the moment, and this has been mainly down to the form of Arnautovic, which has been very difficult to ignore lately. The Austrian has racked up an impressive 6 goals and 3 assists in his last 7 appearances, and now faces Bournemouth, a team with only 2 clean sheets in 11 away trips so far this season. 6 of these away trips have ended with Bournemouth conceding 2 or more goals, so they're pretty shaky at the back. Both teams come into this game with a bit of form, and both teams can't defend, so I'm expecting goals here. Andy Carroll remains injured for West Ham, along with a lot of their forward options, so Arnautovic should retain his place up front, giving him even better chance of some point returns. For the premium midfielder, I need to look no further than Mohamed Salah. Following Liverpool's impressive victory over Man City last weekend, the Reds now sit top of the Premier League form guides, with 5 wins and a draw in their last 6 games. Contrastingly, Swansea sit bottom of the Premier League at the moment, and were hammered 5-0 by Liverpool just a few weeks ago, Salah picking up 2 assists in that game. Mohamed Salah remains in irresistible form, returning 8 points or more in his last 5 appearances, so as far as premium midfielders go, he just seems like a banker this game week. As is usually the case for my point predictor, the budget forward is again a bit of a gamble from me. I've selected Everton's new striker, Tosun. Simply put, this choice is a complete punt this game week. Other than Callum Wilson, there's not many budget forwards that we can really rely on lately, with most FPL managers opting for midfield players instead. Although I think it's too soon to be considering him as a genuine FPL option for my side, my gut says that this game week in particular, he has a decent chance of scoring against West Brom. He played okay on his Premier League debut in that thrashing against Spurs, but away to Tottenham is a pretty tough way to start your career. His home debut this weekend seems much more favourable and a better opportunity for him against West Brom. A side with woeful away form, 7 defeats and 3 draws in their last 10 away trips. The signing of Walcott could help Tosun too, and he boasts a decent scoring record for his previous club Besiktas, so he certainly knows where the goal is. Once again, my premium forward has to go to Harry Kane. In the reverse of this fixture earlier in the season, Harry Kane smashed a hat-trick past Southampton, and with the form of both sides going into this fixture, you'd have to say Kane is likely to get on the score sheet again. The Saints are currently the league's worst formed team, with no win in 10 games, and they've conceded 15 goals in their last 7. They're completely devoid of confidence, so it's very difficult to see their under-pressure manager masterminding any kind of result against the informed Spurs. Harry Kane will surely be a top captaincy choice again this game week. And that wraps up the Game Week 24 point predictor. As always, if you enjoyed the video, then please support this channel by hitting subscribe and dropping a like. Good luck to you all for Game Week 24, and I'll catch you all soon.